The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Centennial Bank Stadium in Jonesboro, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Red Wolves will boot it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pick up a 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Clemens. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That's reeled in. It's Clemens. Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Dropping back, it's Evanson. Rushes on him. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Let's go. Okay, ready? Okay, break.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Unloads quickly. Turning it on. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Back to throw, it's Evanson. It's complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll leave it with him. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Boyd. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Trojans are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And he got just enough of that one. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Looking downfield, it's Evanson. Got his man on the right. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. He's got an open man. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking for a man. It's Evanson. Fakes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Hoffman. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
And the Trojans looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Using his legs, it's Maddox. Runs through a tackle. Got enough for the first. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Boyd. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on second down. Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Boyd.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Clemens. Breaks into the open. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Wide open downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Red Wolves decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Corrals it at the 45. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Troy offense returns to the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll go right back to the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Red Wolves come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picks up the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Back to pass, it's Willis. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move to keep running. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And the pummeling has started.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 32 to Oregon State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Oh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
Wants to throw. It's Willis. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on.
He's looking deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the
field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Jukes his way for more. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Hand off to the fullback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Great job by the back on the option.
Way to make like a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees those defender commit, boom, picks the ball. Not only picks the ball, on target, so now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him, caught it. He did the rest, turned on the Jets, got to the house.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Willis. That's caught. It's Boyd. At the 45 on his way. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, running back gets to give. He has the first and still on his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Hey, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got room to work. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Red Wolves send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Trojan offense returns to the field. Back to pass, it's Willis. The short hand, it's Boyd. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Smashes through the tackle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Troy!
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Catch in the middle, it's Bush. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. All by himself down the middle. Past the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Final update, guys, in the battle between Sparty and Michigan and the fight over Paul Bunyan's trophy. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Gets away from one, finds some space. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Bulls. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
This dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has He's been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. To the air, it's Willis. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Unleashes one. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gets the back moving. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Toss to the outside. Nice move to keep running. Spin, still running. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And the punishment has been extended. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Here's a heat. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. Right down the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. We bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The give to the tailback. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They're dealing with a second and long. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Here's the handoff. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's Willis. Under fire! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fight.
Turning it on! Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Going over the top. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.